Well, it's that time of the year again. We are looking for heroes to honor for our Positively Milwaukee Awards. Your nominee could win up to $5,000 to the charity of their choice. And we thought we would look back on last year's winner, Edwina Matthews.
Edwina is important to Milwaukee because she's a role model.
I think she belongs up there with the Val Phillips, the Father Grappes, and some of those other people that just kind of just laid it all on the line to make Milwaukee a better place for African Americans.
She's never done. She's still that traveler, paving the way for others to say, you can do what I've done, but much better.
She's just amazing, and she is truly just that, what you all are honoring her for, being the inspiring senior. Because before she was the inspiring senior, she was just inspiring.
And she's definitely Positively Milwaukee.
In order to know where you're going, you got to know where you came from. And I continue to stand up and fight for that, even as a retired teacher. During the time I went to school in Milwaukee, all my friends was white through grade school and high school. I had never encountered any racism.
She and her husband at the time were having difficulty buying a house.
I've never seen such a large white mob. And that's when we started the rallies.
She was out marching with Father Grappe. She was marching for fair housing, fair employment.
And she even told me she marched with Martin Luther King.
I vowed to stay involved because I know my voice counts.
You had to have been brave. You had to have a belief that this was worth, you know, even maybe losing your life over. When I hear her talk about some of her interactions with Father Grappe, with Dr. King, some of the marches that she took place in, it just lets you know that she was just dedicated to the community.
My cousin, who's a teacher, and she was my role model, and I always wanted to be like her. So she inspired me to be a teacher.
She actually worked for MPS for 37 years as an implementer and a teacher.
And I just felt that it was my duty to my grandparents, to Dr. King, and all the other blacks that had fought for equal opportunity and quality education for black kids.
She has never stopped. She's still in the classroom, helping support teachers.
She works with a small group of students that are struggling in reading.
Good morning, boys and girls.
She gives them that personal love, one-on-one, that they need more of. It just shows how much she cares about Milwaukee and my students and the school, and she takes that time every day to come here.
Because if I'm there for these kids, maybe later on these kids will think about it when they finish school and they say, well, Miss Matthews was there to help me. Maybe one day they will reach out and help someone.
We need to try to get as much out of her as we can because, you know, we're losing our history. You know, if we don't have people like her to continue to tell us about what she went through, the struggle she went through, so that we can have a more fair opportunity at an education, at life itself, is just, it's important.
She's weathered the storm. She continues to weather the storm only because she cares about the community.
She's a jewel here in Milwaukee and an asset to our community.
She's always on the right side of justice and on the right side of righteousness, right? She's just good-hearted people.
Keep reading, keep reading. Reading is the key. You can see that kids want to do better and they can do better, but they just need that push. They have to know that someone cares about them. Educating these kids is hope for Milwaukee.
Well said. Edwina Matthews, our 2019 Inspiring Senior. To see the categories and nominate your hero, just visit tmj4.com/awards. I'm going to be back with my quote of the week.